I start every episode by saying cars that steer well are special. This car is special. Audi, VW, BMW, Mercedes. Stop making M2s and M4s and RS5s. Go and drive a 208 by Peugeot Sport. Do this and understand how your cars should drive. People will look at this car and think, oh, it's a little Peugeot, who cares? You don't get it. This is not a normal car review. This is steering feel review. My series where I review the steering of cars because nobody else does. And I believe cars that steer well are special. Today I'm in a 208 by Peugeot Sport. This is the special edition 208 with a mechanical differential, bigger wheels, bigger brakes, and the ultimate version of the baby French hot hatch. A massive thanks to Dylan, who has brought this car out today. If you're local and would like to see your car on Steering Feel Review, use the links in the description, drop me an email or an Instagram DM. This car has a wheelbase of 2,540 millimeters, and the steering rack ratio is 12:1. Which is exceptionally fast. I'm going to test every element of this car's steering with my standard test list you can see on your screen. Everything in that list is a chapter in the YouTube player, so you can skip to the part you're most interested in. Let's get out on the road, starting with spirited driving in a 208 by Peugeot Sport. There is actual steering feel here. Little baby Peugeot hot hatch. This is delivering the goods. Little hit in second gear. The diff is doing things. The engine has good power. Enough power for an overtake, you think? Easily. And even when going straight, it's probably torque steer, but the diff is pulling me around when I'm accelerating in a straight line. It's really interactive. It's really enjoyable. Gives confidence. Weighs up. Okay. Oh, no, one more corner of enjoyment. Come on. Brakes are good. God damn. That was incredibly enjoyable. I'm going to tell you guys what the steering feel is like. Let's get into the good stuff.
Directness is a measure of how responsive the steering is, how quickly the car turns when you turn the steering wheel.
This is a very, very quick rack. You do not need much to get this off center. I literally can't wiggle the steering wheel without moving this. Like, that's the slop. There is literally no slop. That's really impressive. You don't often see modern cars with steering that's razor sharp like this. Look at this. That much there, we're going to the side. This much here, we're going to the side. Really sharp steering. Feels even better in the corner. I can feel these tiny changes. Go and watch my M140i review. I was like soaring at the steering wheel to feel something in the middle of a corner. That's quite impressive.
Weight is all about how light or heavy the steering is, and how that changes the harder you turn the steering wheel.
I've not even been driving this car that long. I can tell you this weighting is really good. As soon as you come off of center, there's like this rubber bandy, real, authentic feeling weight. Like, it feels like the steering wheel is connected to the front wheels. It's telling me what's going on. It's interactive. How the hell have they done this with electric steering? Like, the steering is weighing up. What the fuck? So much weighing up. Look how it wants to fight back. It's not the self-centering force. It's the feel of the weighting. When you turn the steering wheel, it gets heavier. It's giving you feedback. Long sweeper. There's so much weighting in my hands right now. I do think the Mini that I did weighs up even more, but it also starts from an already heavy setting. This car is actually quite light to steer. Like, this really doesn't take a lot of effort. And also it's weaving me all over the road. The steering is actually quite light, but you get it into a corner and it gets way heavier. Very interactive. Why can't modern cars steer like this? Peugeot, for God's sake, Peugeot can give us this in a little hot hatch. I drive BMW M Lights and M cars, and they don't feel like this. This weighting has a party piece, which is only present in the very best weighted steerings. It is that I can enjoy the weighting without having to drive super hard. The harder I drive it, the more it weighs up. But even like, look at this is a sensible pace. I'm going 47, I'm under the speed limit. I'm not going that quickly. And yet the steering wheel is talking to me. Really impressive.
Texture is all about the feeling of the road through your hands. The best cars will tell you exactly how much grip you have as you're driving.
Is the car telling you what's going on with the surface of the road? Ish. There's a bit of a buzz coming through the steering wheel. I think it's telling me about bumps and things. But when I put the car into a corner, it's not communicating how much grip it has. But I'm comparing this car to the cars that have the best texture ever. You know, cars like 944, my MX-5, Lotus Elise. Yes, there is a difference there in texture. It's telling me some bits about texture. Every bump and the imperfections in the surface of the road, I can actually feel in the steering, which should be commended.
Let's talk about normal driving.
208 GTi on motorways and highways probably need at least a downshift, right? This engine does have a turbo, but it's only 1.6 litres. There's good torque there. God, just steering it now feels good, man. The steering gets even heavier at higher speeds, which is good for confidence. It definitely feels like a small car. It's not some super comfy highway cruiser. It's just not. It's a hot hatch. Can you do journeys in this? Yes. Would it be my preferred way to travel a lot of distance? No. But it doesn't feel as nervous as I was expecting for its quick rack. There is a little bit of dead zone. Almost feels like there's more dead zone at higher speeds. If I was to design a steering rack, that's how I would design it. More direct, slower, less direct, faster. But yeah, it's not a lot of dead zone. It's enough to keep going straight. It feels like a short wheelbase, small, kind of scrappy car. What's this car like to drive around town and city? The steering never loses that responsive character. And because this car doesn't have steering modes, you get that same like satisfying weighing up feeling when you're driving around town, which I like, but is probably not ideal for just commuting or ease of use. Just watch how little input I need to get around these situations. Now I will mention, this car is very stiff, so I do need to avoid potholes and watch out for things because otherwise it will jar the whole car. But you want a little hot hatch that's engaging to drive and feels sporty. That's what you gotta live with. It's not one finger light. I can just about move it this much, but not really much more. It's funny, this is a great example of weighting. I can move the steering to here, but I can't move it further because the weighting ramps up the more you turn. This feels like an old school steering rack. It feels hydraulic. I have no idea how they've achieved this feeling. And if there was just a button in here to have this as sport mode and then have a really light, easy going mode for comfort, this car would be like the perfect of all worlds. What is the self-centering like? Oh yes, another car that's like perfectly calibrated. You know, for daily driving, little things like how the car self-centers are really important. It makes the car easier and nicer to drive. What is a 208 by Peugeot Sport like to park? It is a nice, lovely little small car. Should be nice and easy to park. Super low speed, stationary basically. The steering's not too heavy. I can turn it easily with one hand. For how sporty this car feels, I'm actually kind of impressed with that. That was pretty good. French cars always drive like this. They have a really good character around town and in the city. They've designed these cars to do well here, and it does. Okay, conclusions and scores. The car as a whole first. This is an excellent hot hatch. If you're a younger driver, if you need a second car, if you live in a city and want something that's easy to park, or any other reason you might want a car of this size, but you're still an enthusiast, you still want to enjoy driving and get some of those feelings, this is it. You've got 200 plus horsepower to rocket yourself down the road, plenty for having fun, a real limited slip differential, very stiff car, but not unlivable, very similar actually to i20N. Tech for getting around. This seating position situation is a bit weird, and you have to put the steering wheel low enough so that you can see the clocks, but once you're positioned, it feels really nice. It's a good driving position. These seats are just phenomenal, super supportive, super comfortable, genuinely some of the best seats I've ever had in a car, comparable to my Megane RS Recaros. A real manual. Now, this is a French manual. It's not the nicest. It feels a little bit like a van. The throw is quite long. It feels good to have a manual, but this is not the best one I've used. On to the steering scores. I'm going to give this car a 7 out of 10, like the Mini Cooper S I drove, but for very different reasons. This car is a really good all-rounder when it comes to spirited driving steering feel. The reason it's a 7 out of 10 and not higher, a bit of a filter between me and the wheels, you can just about tell it's not hydraulic, but this is by far one of the best electric racks I've ever experienced. Just gives you a little bit of everything. If you have never felt texture before, you will feel it in the steering. If you have never felt weighting, you will feel it in the steering. If you don't know what directness is, you will find out from this steering. What about normal driving? It's a small car and it feels like a small car. That makes it good around town, but it suffers at higher speeds. It's a little bit nervous. Parking is nice. Town driving is nice. I think overall this is a 5 out of 10. It's perfectly average. It's a little bit better in town, a little bit worse on the motorway, but neither of those are too far from the norm. YouTube thinks you'll really enjoy this video, but I think if you're interested in cars of this type, go and watch the F56 Mini steering feel review, because it's a great comparison to this car, and maybe the Golf GTi too. My name's Mick. I drive cars. Peace.